What's up, people? Hello, and welcome back to a very special episode on the channel. That's right, we're new, we're improved, we have a brand new name. We are now known as the Cup Chasers. All right, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going through a rebranding process. I'm excited about the future, about the coming episodes. We will be the Cup Chasers from now on. We got a new crest coming down the pipe for you as well. So thank you for those who have stuck with us, who've been here from the beginning. Thank you to all of those who are new. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe to the channel, get the notification bell on for all those Cup Chaser videos. All right. This segment tonight is about best 11s. Yeah, I can give you a quick rundown of the
Yeah, let's
Arsenal
hear it.
11. It's really easy. There's not a whole lot to kind of argue about. For goalkeepers, it's Jens Lehmann. David Seaman is obviously a very close second, but Jens Lehmann was an invincible, and so that's why I gave it to him. And then left backs are crossover. Ashley Cole. That one's pretty easy.
Easy.
Um, Center backs, Mr. Arsenal, Tony Adams. Simple. You can't leave him out. And then Sol Campbell was my other center back. And then right backs for Arsenal was an interesting one. I had a crying pick in the beginning of Bakary Sagna, but as we went along, we started talking about Robin van Persie's highlight reel, and one of his probably craziest goals was a cross from Emmanuel Abue, who ended up taking my right back spot
Okay.
over Bakary Sagna.
Okay.
Then in the midfield, pretty easy. Patrick Vieira, first
Yep.
name on the team sheet,
Easy.
second name actually, but it was Patrick Vieira's Aaron Ramsey for me, and
Rambo.
my Bob Fox. He
Yep.
was a long servant for the club. I mean, coming back from that injury against Birmingham, this horrifying leg break versus Birmingham City, and then in the end of his Arsenal career, like the very last season, like I knew if he wasn't in the team, we were done for.
Sure, Odegaard,
He had the
right?
armband. He was a monster. And then of course my attacking midfielder, it's Fabregas all day.
All day. He
Um,
almost made my squad. Like
yeah,
he
like how do
Yeah, same here.
he's mentioned in some of the best Premier League 11 like
he
conversations.
could probably make La Liga and Premier League best
He's
like,
in both
like
conversations. Yeah,
right. I mean, the
absolutely.
man was a provider. He really
Did
just
you realize
understood.
that he was on the bench during the last game at Highbury?
Wow.
He was there the day Henri got the hat trick and kissed the ground after the penalty.
Wow.
He was like sitting on the bench to witness that. Yeah, he's in. There's a documentary that I've watched like 97 times about Thierry Henry. Um, and Fabregas talk. He's like super young in the documentary too, and he's talking about how Henry's kissing the ground after he scored the third goal from the penalty. And speaking of the king, he is the first name on the team sheet.
Has
Uh,
to be.
got him out wide on the left.
Has to be.
And then in the middle is the Iceman, of course, Dennis Bergkamp.
Okay.
We did have a discussion, as I said, about Robin van Persie and his miraculous goals,
His
and
run.
the
Right.
highlight reel that he's got is incredible. I mean, 11, 12 in this jersey right here, when Robin
Mhm.
van Persie wore this jersey, carried us. Golden Boot winner that season, if you remember. Even though we scraped fourth place like we always did. But he set himself though. The year
Yeah.
before he went to United, he put us on his back
Yep.
and
He did.
single-handedly got us to fourth place. So he's my 65th minute sub. And then it was difficult on the right because I mean in the end it's not. I just wanted to make it a conversation. It's Robert Pires all day long. But Jose Antonio Reyes definitely got a shout as well. And we've had some good right wingers over the years. But yeah, I think that's the team. It's mostly Invincibles. We could kind of see
How's it
that.
not? Right.
Figure that was
I mean,
coming.
how's it not? I'm shocked Olivier didn't get a nod.
Well, I love Giroux, but no, he's
would have to put Van Persie in if you're gonna put in first before Giroud.
RVP is ahead of Giroux for sure. Giroux's honors, most of Giroux's honors came after Arsenal.
Mm,
He's got
okay.
a couple FA Cups with us,
I see.
but you know, all of his biggest moments, he's
After Arsenal,
he's
I
world
see.
champion.
Right.
Won the league with Chelsea. Was he on one of the Champions League teams as well?
He
No?
won Champions.
Oh, he was.
Champions
Yeah,
League.
he was
Yep.
on the
Because he had the
2019.
he had the bicycle goal against.
That didn't count. Yeah.
It did count. That one did count. Well, no, he had the one that counted against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
originally waved it off, and then they went to VAR, and they said he was on side.
I will
That's the
say
year he had the scorpion kick.
that was Arsenal. I was gonna say
Yeah,
his,
that
best,
was-
okay.
his best ever goal was from Olivier Giroud, was from another man who should get an honorable mention. Santi Cazorla crossed that
I'm
ball.
shocked he didn't make your. Yeah, you love
Over
Santi.
Fabregas though?
Oh no, he's not starting over Fab.
Yeah, no. But Santi Cazorla was in there with a shout as well. But yeah, in the end, Patrick and I took it all the way to penalties.
Oh yeah.
Lewis kind of disagrees. He doesn't think Petr Cech's letting in 4 goals in regulation.
I don't think he is.
Not versus Henry and Bergkamp in the game.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
Here's the question.
Well, because if
Now-
we go back to that Champions League final, Robin and Ribery they were firing at him in that Champions League final. Like, he was standing on his head.
And Barcelona before that took 80 shots in the second half because we literally put 10 men in the box.
Man.
And we were down 2 players, if I
Park in the
remember right.
bus was born.
Right, yeah.
Not getting 4 in check, man. I just can't see it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, what about on Joe Hart? Do we
Oh,
think
yeah, you can get 4 on Joe Hart. Now, I'm not knocking Joe for this, but
beat the City 11?
a lot of people knew Joe wasn't good going low and to his left. He couldn't stop those. Couldn't
And
stop.
that was Henry's bread and butter.
Couldn't stop.
Come in, cut in from the left, and get that lean going, that long, hard lean, and then play it into the far corner. Joe Hart's got no chance.
See, I think we've created kind of the perfect triangle here. I do
Is
think
he back at a hat trick versus the City team?
I think we beat Arsenal. Arsenal beat City. That City squad
Is it a rock paper scissors tie?
might eat it out. Yeah, it really might.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I would love, dude, if we could see these 3 teams
man.
in a 38 game season,
Whoever runs an AI, I want to see it. Like,
right?
I want to see it.
Well, the funny thing about that is now, I know you said we're the managers, but it really matters who manages the team.
Oh yeah.
It matters so much who manages the team.
Who's your man? Who is your all-time manager? If you had to plug one in,
I can't
easy,
use
though.
Pep. It's Pep, but you can't
It's
use
Pep.
Pep.
you
I
could
mean-
use Pep. He's
Why
been at
not?
the club for
6 years.
long enough now. Yeah.
6 or 7 now. Something
Yeah,
like
he's
That's
been at
long
the
enough.
club. That's long enough.
I agree, but if we're gonna, like, for example, like, you wouldn't use your modern managers right now.
I would never use my modern manager as a top 11 for anything.
But Pep legitimately has done as much as Mancini, as
Yeah.
much as Pellegrini.
Mhm. He's done more than both of them.
So
I
I
wouldn't
would
say
say
you
that's
can't
who I
use
would
Pep.
have. And I'm being honest. If we're using Pep, and we're playing his style with the players that are there, with those City players, nobody's touching the ball, man. Because
Mine's a Mao squad.
well, that's what Arsene Wenger did. 1-0 to the Arsenal.
1-0 to Chelsea. That's
1-0
what
to
we.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
That was Arsene. That was Wenger ball. Was keep the ball, and that's obviously who the Arsenal coach is. There's not even a
Yeah.
question.
none. Yeah, none.
Yeah.
See, Mao was the exact. Give them the ball. They can't score. We don't care.
The funny thing, Now for Chelsea, I mean, obviously Mourinho was the guy, but I mean, Ancelotti had a good spell
He
there
did.
as well.
For me personally, it will always be Mal.
Well, yeah. Think about their prime at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Has Ancelotti done more at Madrid?
Ooh.
Yeah, the Madrid easily.
He won a Champions League there.
I mean, is
Not
that a
at Chelsea.
product of it being the Galacticos, like it being Madrid?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but if you're talking about like that, it's easily Mourinho. Mourinho like set the foundation there.
If without Mal, we don't have the squad to win the Champions League underneath.
Was it Di Matteo?
It was
It
Di
was-
Matteo. And then he
Roberto Di
still got
Matteo.
sacked. Then he still got sacked.
But that's
3
now-
months
now,
into the next season.
the reason he got sacked is because they were bad. Like
We
they were
were bad.
Yeah, we were very
We were
bad.
bad.
underperforming.
I literally think the players looked at him and said, "You're not managing today. We got this." Like,
That's what they did.
He
Oh,
got sacked
goodness
after he
gracious.
tried a false nine with Eden Hazard in the Champions League.
sounds about right.
We
So
couldn't
it's
get the
Mal-
ball to
it's-
save our lives.
It's Mal, Pep, and well, I guess Patrick. I think it'd be the other question. Mine is Mal, 100%.
Yeah, I think it went with Mourinho.
Yeah, Mal,
Or
Pep, and
yeah,
Wenger.
Not Conte?
I love Antonio. Look, I love the man. I love Antonio Conte. I would love for him to come back to Chelsea.
There you go.